Hey, yo, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Ashley Jackson, man. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the fourth training camp so far for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to be talking about some of my standouts that I have so far and from what I gathered from the clips, who made a bunch of plays. And yeah, so before we hop into the video, I appreciate if you guys would like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment, and share my video with anyone who you think will enjoy my content. So yeah, man, hopping straight into it, man. We had a really good training camp today. Man, that was a great moment, the best moment the best moment that I know of training camp that there was when Kaiir Elam picked off Dak Prescott from Jalen Tolbert. and he celebrated on the sideline with a 4-year-old, and all the defense was parading around the kid, and it was a great it was a great play first, and then it was a great celebration. So that was like one of the major proponents we're going to see. It's probably going to make way soon. It's going to be on ESPN and everything like that, but nobody really cares. It might not even make ESPN because that was a wholesome moment from the Dallas Cowboys. But anyway, the first player that I'm going to talk about as a standout for me is Tyler Guyton, man. And I talked about that. I made a video and I said that he is one of the best. He is one of the guys that we need to step up this year, and that if he has a remarkable year, the Dallas Cowboys are going to go places this year. I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to be a legitimate top 3, top 5 offense if Tyler Guyton is able to, keep up this momentum. And pads come on. By the time this video comes out, it'll be Sunday. So, when the pads come on, he remains consistent, and he keeps doing what he keeps doing. He's going to be really good. I like the reps that he's been having against Marshawn Nealand, Donovan Zaraku, Easy E. So, Dante Fowler. There's been a lot of great reps that I've been seeing from clips. Shout out to Vosh Lombardi and him and his coverage of the offensive line. So, Tyler Guyton has been making a lot of good plays. Prayerfully, he can keep it up. Second player that we're going to be talking about is Easy, Donovan Zaraku, man. I had a film session on him about a month ago, and I just talked about, and I had nothing but glowing things to say about the kid, you know what I mean? So, I don't know why I'm saying kid, he's my age. So, I had nothing glowingly but to say about Donovan Zaraku. He's going to be a hell of a player. I believe right now he's your 3rd best pass rusher. Whether or not we retain Dante Fowler next year, I think he could be your 2nd best pass rusher. But having the depth at the edge position, and he even talked about, he had a quote today saying, God willing that they stay healthy, they have one of the best rooms in the league. And I truly believe that from top to bottom, especially if we just go 4 deep at that position. Micah, Donovan Zaraku, Dante Fowler, Sam Williams, I think those are going to be your 4 best pass rushers, and you just keep those guys in rotation. And Marshawn Nealand, I can't forget about him as well. You throw those guys into the mix, you're going to have a hell of an edge rush group, and I'm not too concerned about anything. Barring health, we're going to be fine. But I really like what Donovan Zaraku has been showing so far in camp. And the third player that I'm going to be talking about is Kaiir Elam, man. We desperately are going to need another corner that can play opposite, outside corner. We just really need an outside corner, in my opinion. We're going to need Savon Revel. He's been wearing a helmet. He's been wearing basically just shells, this helmet and just gear. That's it. And, prayerfully, if he's able to play week 1, September 4th, and he plays anything close to what he played at East Carolina when he was healthy, and you have Kaiir Elam playing the way that he's playing so far in training camp, I think that you're going to have a hell of a secondary unit, especially if Trayvon Diggs comes back and he utilizes him getting fined and what everyone has been saying about him on the internet, and especially within the Dallas Cowboy building. I think he plays with his hair on fire, and he comes out here to prove something for himself first, his teammates, and then everybody else. I think that Trayvon Diggs is going to be a really good player when he does come back. I have tremendous faith that Trayvon Diggs is wanting to come back and wanting to play his best, because he's one of those players that when you put a lot of dirt on his name, that's the guy he's going to shine through it all. So I'm not too concerned about that. But if Kaiir Elam can hold down the fort, and not hold down the fort, he isn't going to be some type of some patchwork type guy. If he remains a guy, because don't forget, he was a first-round selected player, in the 2022 draft class. So there is talent within this player. He just needs confidence to get back rooted into his system, and I believe that we're going to have a hell of a corner on our hands. But I really do like what Kaiir Elam has been doing. I just need him to stay consistent. That's it. Jonathan Mingo, man, has been doing really well in the second team unit. That's where I mainly have been seeing him a lot. I've been seeing a lot of Joe Milton to Mingo. I've been seeing some Dak to Mingo as well, but mainly I've been seeing Joe Milton to Mingo. So, again, if Jonathan Mingo lights it up in the second team, lights it up in the preseason, and Jalen Tolbert is looking iffy, wide receiver 3 will be Jonathan Mingo, and I just don't think that he just will be a different pace from what you got with Pickens and from CeeDee Lamb. I really like what Jonathan Mingo can bring for you if he wins the job. The fourth player that I'm going to be talking about is Jaden Blue. He had a hell of a catch today where he caught it one-handed. Again, Jaden Blue has been talked about a bunch as a 7-on-7 player. He is a converted wide receiver playing the position of running back, similar to what Tony Pollard is. But Tony Pollard has proven in the league that he's a hell of a running back, or a damn good running back. He's a starting caliber running back in this league. If Jaden Blue can be the same thing, but he just works on pass protection and doesn't put the ball on the turf, we're going to be just fine with Jaden Blue. I really think, again, Jaden Blue, we need all these guys. We need Miles Sanders, Devontae Williams. We need Deuce Vaughn. We need every single running back that is on the roster to step up and make a name. More running backs, the merrier, right? So I need Jaden Blue to be a guy. I want him to be, and what I want from this team this year, if Clayton Adams, Connor Riley, and our main play caller and Brian Schottenheimer is able to utilize every single player on the roster that is healthy, I have nothing but praise to give that man, because Sean McVay is able to do it, Kyle Shanahan's able to do it, Andy Reid is able to do it. The guy out in Chicago right now being a head coach and the offense coordinator Eric Bieniemy. I need every single player that has some sort of talent to be used for their best talent. So if Jaden Blue is a guy that we put out in space, that we put him on roll routes, that we put on actual like Alvin Kamara type of wide receiver backs coming out of the backfield against slow-footed linebackers and safeties that can't cover, I need Jaden Blue to be that. He didn't make my list, but it doesn't really matter because that's somebody we still need to talk about is Beverin Spanford. Beverin Spanford has been lighting it up first team and second team. That's a 6'7", 6'6" tight end. That can be a hell of a fight of a player for you when he stands out and when he makes plays. Jake Ferguson healthy, along with teams have to play too high versus Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. We're gonna have so many opportunities that if we just take advantage of it and we're creative when we're getting these guys situations to make plays, we're going to be fine. The last player that I'm going to be discussing is Marshawn Kneeland, man. I love Marshawn Kneeland's game coming out of Western Michigan when he got selected in 2024. I loved his game. I said, man, could be your first player, because the contract was up, was DeMarcus Lawrence. I said, man, this can be your DeMarcus Lawrence replacement. He was within the 99th percentile at Western Michigan, a graded in the run defense game. He knows how to knife through run games. He's really violent with his hands. The only thing for him to be one of the best edge rushers on your team is if he can unlock his pass rush ability. And what I've been seeing from him so far in camp, he picked off Dak Prescott, dropped back in coverage, picked the ball off. He was able to get to Dak Prescott a couple of times on first team defensive reps. I really love what Marshawn Kneeland can be for your team. And we talk about Marius Leaf as one of the quiet sleeper type guys. I think Marshawn Kneeland figures it out in the pass rush department and he stays healthy. This is going to be your guy. That is you're like, damn, I got to block him too. Like, offensive tackles been getting their butt whooped all game. Got to see Marshawn Kneeland, who's super physical. Then you got to, I love the standouts. I love the guys that have been making plays in training camp. I love what both sides of the ball have been doing, offense and defense. Dak Prescott is going to get a little bit more. Again, that's why I want preseason to happen for these guys, and I want them to play preseason because I need Dak and George Pickens to fine-tune their work. Again, I know they work when we're not watching them, and that's how true characters develop when nobody's watching you. What are you doing behind closed doors? I do feel that Dak Prescott is going to get on the same page with George Pickens come September 4th. I just want to see it at the preseason. But I talked about that before. A lot of people are scared of injury. There's players that can work out when they get home, and they can work on their little 3x2 little hut at the training camp that they got out there, Marriott and tearing ACL working out at home. It does not matter. Injuries happen regardless. It's part of the game. It's part of life. But I understand we're trying to avoid that by not having them play preseason, but I would love to see at least a drive, a few snaps here and there, man. But that's about it. My standouts, again, recap: Tyler Guyton, Dalvin Ezeraku, Kaiir Elam, Jonathan Mingo, Jaden Blue, Marshawn Kneeland has been the guys that have been sending out for me. Honorable mentions: Beverin Spanford, Luke Schoonmaker, Miles Sanders, Javonte, safeties. Again, that's about it for the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye.